This is Jeff Bell, your Senior Warden. I'm speaking with you today to provide an update on your church and to ask for your support in the upcoming pledge campaign. But first, let's talk about St. Barnabas and how we are doing in this very challenging of times. It has been said that adversity can either bring out the best or the worst in all of us. As I look back over the past 7 months, there is no question that our community has pulled together in support of our mission to make disciples, despite the incredible obstacles created by the pandemic on our daily lives. Together, we are facing this adversity with grace and constancy of purpose. This has only been possible through the dedication and commitment of our clergy, staff, and you, our parishioners, to carry on in God's calling for us. The evidence of our faith and support for each other is boundless. From reimagining our Sunday worship to an online platform, to continuing to provide extensive pastoral care through our community of hope, we have remained steadfast in our mission. We have continued to hold centering prayer, TAYs, quiet days, adult formation, and education for ministry. We continue to bond together as a community with gathering families, gathering kids, ECW, and Friday morning men's group. We are caring for our children and youth with Sunday Children's Chapel, JAM, youth group, and confirmation classes. Your fabulous choir and music staff continue to meet weekly and to support the worship services with inspiring music. And we continue to serve our community with hands-on support for Habitat for Humanity, the East Valley Men's Center, the Millet House, Bridging Arizona, plus our 2 newest missions, the Great St. Barnabas Food Drive and the St. Barnabas Blood Drive. Where we have been unable to serve our mission partners in person, we continued to support the Mexico Medical Mission, Arizona MS Ride, and Family Promise with much needed funding. Oh yes, your church is very much alive and continuing to do God's work as we support each other as a community. None of this would be possible without your ongoing financial commitment to St. Barnabas. It is inspiring to report that our year-to-date pledge income is within $2,500 of our budget, which has been immensely helpful to relieve the stress of managing ongoing church operations. Thank you for your continued financial support for this community. You may not know that 70% of our ongoing expenses are personnel related, so your financial support is a critical part of supporting our fabulous team and keeping St. Barnabas moving forward. We have been able to reduce some expenses associated with programs, music, and maintenance, but have experienced higher expenses in areas such as technology, audiovisual, and graphic arts. Importantly, we qualified for a $240,000 loan as part of the Payroll Protection Program, which provided a partial offset to payroll and utility expenses during the second quarter. We also qualified to have this loan converted to a permanent grant so we likely will not have to pay it back. Net, your church is on solid financial footing as we begin the process of returning to in-person church. Thanks be to God. Now let's talk about the future. On October 25th, we will kick off the 2021 Pledge Campaign. As you know, this annual campaign is a vital component to ensure continued operations of the church. Since we are still limited in the size and scope of our gatherings, much of this campaign will be conducted virtually and through videos. You will witness storytelling from fellow parishioners that we hope will inspire you to respond to God's call to give generously to your church. In addition, we are excited to introduce a new concept called the Parish Post that will enable each and every member of St. Barnabas to give and receive personal notes of gratitude through, wait for it, the old-fashioned U.S. mail service. All of this will lead up to Gratitude Sunday in early December, when we will finalize our commitments. To celebrate all that we have done together and our plans for the future, we have named this year's campaign Continuing the Mission, Making Disciples, and Staying Connected. I would ask that you prayerfully consider joining Pam and me to increase your pledge next year so that we may continue in our mission of making disciples in an environment where all are welcome. We realize that some families have struggled financially this year, and we ask for blessings to be bestowed upon them through God's grace in the months ahead. For those who are able, we ask that you consider a generous pledge of financial support to the church in 2021. Thank you, and may peace be with you and your family. Amen.